More than a week after a series of wind-swept wildfires overtook swaths of the Los Angeles area, much remains unknown about the origins of the blazes that have killed at least 25 people, decimated entire neighborhoods, and forced tens of thousands from their homes. Forecasters and scientists say a perfect storm of weather conditions set the stage for the fire's explosive growth. Hurricane-force winds, low humidity, and relentless drought conditions. In addition to the causes of the fires, investigators are also probing insufficient water supplies and pressure at fire hydrants in the Pacific Palisades, an affluent community ravaged by a wildfire that authorities said overwhelmed the local water system. Officials have not publicly identified the causes of the blazes, but several lawsuits as well as statements from the region's largest utility provider have offered insight into their possible origins. Palisades Fire. The Palisades Fire was first reported on the morning of Tuesday, January 7. Fueled by gusty Santa Ana winds, the fire exploded in size and within 24 hours had grown to nearly 3,000 acres, forcing rounds of frenzied evacuations. By the following week, it destroyed thousands of structures, decimated whole communities, killed at least 8 people, and became the most destructive wildland fire in Los Angeles history. Officials have not said what caused the fire, but in recent days, investigators have honed in on a ridgeline in western Los Angeles where the fire is believed to have started. The area is popular with hikers and outdoor enthusiasts for its trails that offer vistas of the Pacific, Ocean, and ritzy Pacific Palisades neighborhood. Photos taken this week show investigators walking through the ash-ridden area, cordoned off by police tape. On New Year's Day, that area was the site of a wildfire that was ignited by fireworks, multiple news outlets reported. The Los Angeles Fire Department responded to the scene and contained the fire, which had grown to 8 acres. Nothing was damaged and no injuries were reported, according to the fire department. Firefighters completed the hose line around the perimeter of the fire and it is fully contained, read a summary of the incident by the Los Angeles Fire Department. Some resources will be released as the mop-up operation continues to ensure no flare-ups. CAL FIRE has previously warned state residents that wildfires can reignite long after they are largely extinguished. The areas within the fire scar can smolder and reignite weeks later, CAL FIRE said in a social media post in July, urging residents to respect roadblocks and perimeters. It remains unclear whether this earlier fire had anything to do with the Palisades fire that would go on to consume an area of land about the size of Miami. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives has deployed its national response team to investigate the cause of the Palisades fire, the agency announced on Monday. The team will split responsibilities, with one group of investigators examining damage, debris, and burn patterns where the fire began. Another group focuses on gathering surveillance footage, digital evidence, and witness statements, the agency said. ATF is fully dedicated to providing answers to the Pacific Palisades community, said Jose Medina, acting special agent in charge of the ATF Los Angeles Field Division. These wildfires have caused immeasurable heartbreak and losses. ATF is determined to leverage every available resource to deliver a thorough and transparent investigation. Eaton. Fire. The Eaton fire has scorched over 14,000 acres of land and has laid waste to the historic Altadena neighborhood and swaths of Pasadena since it started on January 7. Authorities have linked the fire to the deaths of at least 17 people. Fire officials have not publicly identified the cause of the blaze. However, multiple lawsuits allege the fire was started by utility equipment owned by Southern California Edison, the largest power provider in Southern California. One of the lawsuits includes eyewitness accounts of a fire near one of the company's utility towers. It also includes data that it says showed electrical grid disruptions occurred before the blaze started, which the company has disputed. In a safety report sent to investors, the utility said investigators had not identified its equipment as the source of the fire and added that its transmission lines experienced no operational anomalies until after the fire started. It did, however, note that lawyers representing insurance companies requested Southern California Edison preserve equipment that could have been linked to the fire. No fire agency has suggested that SCE's electric facilities were involved in the ignition or requested the removal and retention of any SCE equipment, the company said in the report. In a separate statement, the company said, SCE conducted preliminary analysis of electrical circuit information for the 4 energized transmission lines in the Eaton Canyon area. That analysis shows no interruptions or operational electrical anomalies in the 12 hours prior to the fire's reported start time until more than 1 hour after the reported start time of the fire. Hearst Fire. The Hearst Fire began on January 7 and has burned nearly 800 acres in the North San Fernando Valley area near the city of Sylmar. CAL FIRE has not identified a cause of the fire, and officials have reiterated that it is under investigation. In a statement, Southern California Edison has said fire agencies are investigating whether its equipment were involved in sparking the blaze. The utility said a downed power line was found near where the fire started, but said it's not sure when the line had been knocked down. SCE does not know whether the damage observed occurred before or after the start of the fire, the company said in a statement.